It is 3:01, so I think we're gonna get started. Everybody can hear me, right? Thumbs up. You can hear me? Awesome. Let's get started as we always do in a child's pose. So gently bring your forehead down to the mat or to the floor. Right, hips towards your heels. Close your eyes. And it's not a rush, right, to get to your mat. It's not a rush to settle in. But just like anything else, put one foot in front of the other until eventually you close your eyes and you let your body be. And the stillness is there not necessarily because you feel ready or because it feels totally perfect, but it's because it's a great opportunity to check in with yourself physically, mentally, energetically, how you're really feeling before we dive into an hour of very physical work. I'll encourage you, without shifting in any way, can you bring your awareness onto your breath without making it any deeper or more intentional? Can you just notice the general depth of it, the cadence of your breath? If there's a texture or a quality that you could bring into. And that's because while we're here together, way bigger than my cues, the pace of my words, the playlist, right, the other people on Zoom, it's going to be about you. You will determine how you really move today. Speaking of your breath, how about we take a big breath together? So start with an exhale and clear the lungs. Inhale through your nose, deep and full, hold at the top, and then take one more step. Exhale, open mouth. Like that breath right there, that is your practice. So if there is any point in your practice where you lose the connection to breath or to yourself or whatever the reason is, you feel like you need a break, that's more than fine. Feel free to come right back here to child's pose and whenever you need it and join back up with us whenever you feel ready. It is no big deal. All right, let's begin to move. Slowly start to stretch your fingertips forward towards the short end of your mat. Right, find more length along the left and right side body. On your next inhale, it's a tabletop position, all four shape. Stack your joints, wrists with your shoulders, knees with your hips. And we'll begin to cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops, tailbone lifts and shoulders back. Exhale, tuck your chin in towards your chest, pull your lower belly in. Inhale, lift the heart, roll the shoulders away from your ears, look up. Exhale, tuck your chin in towards your chest, middle back up towards the ceiling. Keep moving, right, in this fashion, or maybe move in a way that's a little different, more intuitive. It's no big deal. I'll encourage you to close your eyes right now, but definitely for as much of the class as you can, so that you can really feel your way through it. You don't need to worry about the look of your body. You get to breathe in any way that you like, so you're always welcome to side the breath up the mouth. Flutter your lips, right? Breathe in a way that feels good for you. Right, pause with a neutral spine. Spread the fingers wide, press into the knuckles of your palms. Lower belly stays pulled in. Try not to overthink it. Pick your right knee off of the mat, step your right foot back. Pick your left knee off of the mat, step your left foot back, and it's a plank pose. Stack your joints, wrists with your shoulders, toes with your heels. I know that was pretty sneaky. Keep your lower belly pulled in so that your hips stay in line with your shoulders. If you ever need more support, no big deal. You take care of yourself, you and your body. Your knees can always come down to the floor at any time. But actually moving your thumbs, energetically pull your thumbs in towards one another to light up the arms. Spread the collarbones. And if the knees are off the mat from up on your thighs, most importantly, make sure you're breathing. Right? Focus on exhales. You don't have to make them any longer. Just make sure that you complete your breath the whole way through. Inhale, press your mat away. Exhale, hips high, heels low. It's down dog. When you get to your down dog, move it around as much or as little as you like. Pedal through your feet, bend your knees, rock your hips from side to side. And move in any way that you need. Feel it out. All right, still up on your down dog. We'll get more specific. Take a moment to look at your hands. Spread the fingers wide, press into the knuckles of your palms. Looks good, everyone. Now that you got that, drop the weight of your head. Look back at your feet. Okay, all 10 toes face forward. Try to get your heels to disappear behind your ankles so you know your feet are parallel. Now bend your knees as much as you need to in your down dog to lift your hips up high. So prioritize the length of the spine over the length of the legs. Looks nice, Amy. Grab the armpits in towards your face, broaden through your upper back. And we'll take a breath together. Start with an exhale and clear your lungs. Inhale, use your hands, press your mat away. Exhale, open mouth. Okay, from your down dog, bend your knees, look in between your hands. Just take a gentle walk in front of your mat and find your forward fold. When you get to the top of your mat, bend your knees generously, drop the weight of your head. Any arm variation that you like, exactly, feel free. So you might grab for opposite elbows, you can interlace the hands or the nape of the neck, anything that feels good for you. Just keep your breath up. All right, slowly let your fingers dangle by your toes. Set up your feet hips width distance. So put 2 fists in between your inner arches, nice and snug. Looks good, everyone. On your inhale, it's a half lift. Place your hands on your shins or your thighs. Use your hands to move your butt back, heart forward. Exhale with a forward fold. On your next inhale, stand up tall, reach your arms up high, extended mountain pose. As you arrive, close your eyes. Right, trusting how to stand on your own 2 feet. Root down through your feet, all 4 corners. So press into the floor to get taller, going through the rest of your body. Front 2 hip points a little closer towards your bottom ribs. To tilt the pelvis to neutral, stand tall, lengthen your spine. Relax your neck, relax your throat. Squeeze your elbows a little bit straighter, work deeper into your triceps. And then if your eyes are closed, flutter them open, look up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach up out of your waistband, get tall, maybe a little bit back. Exhale, forward fold, bring it all the way down. Bend your knees along the way if you need, keep spine long. Inhale for a half lift, butt back, heart forward. Exhale, hands down to the floor, step your feet back, pause in that upper push-up. All right, we'll hold this one long enough to set up our first vinyasa flow. Know that you're welcome to do this with your knees down or knees lifted, whatever works best for you, and front side body. All right, all together on the breath. Inhale, shift your body weight forward. Exhale, lower just halfway down, elbows in, chaturanga. Inhale for your up dog, tops of the feet, hands on the floor, roll the shoulders away from your ears, start to look up. And then exhale, down dog, hips up high, and heels low. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. A little bit swifter, still together. Bend your knees, look in between your hands. You can hop or walk, but find the top of your mat, forward fold. Feet comfortable distance. Inhale for a half lift. Weight forward to the balls of your feet. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to stand up and reach up. Look at your 2 hands, get tall. Exhale, forward fold. Bring it all the way back down. Inhale for a half lift. Lengthen your spine, roll the shoulders away. Exhale, hands come down, step or hop your feet back, and then take yourself through your vinyasa. When you arrive back in your down dog, keep your body moving. Let's say 3 more times through this modified sun salutation. It's what we did all together. You get to do now all on your own. Okay? And I specifically won't talk you through the sequence. So you have a little bit of time to move at your own pace. That might mean that some things get muddled or you leave something out, and that's totally okay. Okay, try not to get so focused on what you're doing that you lose how you're doing it. And so notice if your eyes are open or closed. If they are open, what are you looking at? And how are you looking at it? Because whatever you focus on, it's going to become your experience. It's what ultimately you're going to leave here with. So what do you feel like you're after? And whenever you arrive back in your down dog, it's a sturdy shape. Use your hands to press your mat away. Spiral your armpits in towards your face, broaden through your upper back, but press so fiercely with your hands that shoulders, they're actually up by your ears. I still are moving, no big deal. Let's just take a breath together. So exhale, clear your lungs. Inhale deep, inhale full. Exhale, HA. All right, from your down dog, on your inhale, stretch your right leg up and back. Take a moment, squeeze it straight. Inhale the leg a bit higher. Exhale, stack your hips, bend your knee, and move it around. Okay? Any way that you need, any way that feels good. So maybe crunch the toes, spread the toes wide. And then you can make big circles with your ankle, your knee, your hip. Whatever you're doing, you are still breathing. On your next inhale, lengthen out through the right leg. On your exhale, knee to the nose, tuck your chin in towards your chest. Inhale, stretch your leg up. Exhale, knee to the nose. Use your hands, fiercely press the floor away. Last time, stretch your leg up. Exhale this time, knee to the nose, softly as you can. Set the foot in between your two hands. Doesn't make it there, right? No big deal. Right? Make sure that your foot is in line with your two hands. Keep your back heel lifted. Fire up your legs, and it's arms up. High crescent lunge. Yeah, give yourself a moment to find your balance. Notice your exhales. Keep them slow. Look at one thing to aid with your balance. Or maybe you test it and you close your eyes. Ground down through the big toe mound of your front foot, right foot. And then dare yourself to sit a little deeper into the right thigh. Nice, everyone. Left leg just as long and strong as you can. And then left heel in line with ball of left foot. So shift it forward so left hip can move forward. Right hip can move back nicely enough. So your hips square towards the front of your mat. Lower belly stays pulled in. Soften your jaw, soften your throat. One more breath to sit down and reach up tall. Exhale, hands down to the floor, and you pause. Left knee down, long through the back leg, uncurl the toe for your low lunge. Stay here if you like, press the left hip down and forward, or as and when you feel ready, exactly, interlace your hands on the front thigh. And make sure you're less on your left knee, more top of your thigh, giving yourself the room to press your left hip down and forward. Yeah, if you need a little padding underneath your left knee, pillow, blanket can feel really nice and supportive right now. No matter your choice, kick into the top of your left foot and then contract your left glute so the front of your left thigh continues to release. Focus your attention on what you're feeling. Right? No need to check out, so big breaths into the left hip. Take one more breath, press your left hip down and forward. And then slow with control, two hands down to the floor. Curl your back toes under, lift your left knee. Keep your left hand down to the floor, right arm up and let's twist. Lift away from your left palm, energetic. Squeeze your left leg as straight as you can. Now it's a gentle left hip back and right hip forward. So the hips square towards the front. As you roll your bottom ribs under, top one's more open to open your heart and your chest. Take one more breath, reach up tall. And then slow, bring your right hand back down to the floor and pause. Step your left foot forward to meet your right, top of your mat, forward fold. Relax the weight of your head. Shake it yes, shake it no. Nice, give yourself a moment. Totally love the head and the shakeouty. And then from here, separate your feet, hips width distance, right? 2 fists in between your inner arches. Inhale for your half lift, long spine, butt back, heart forward. Exhale, you release. And then inhale, chair. Bend your knees and lift your heart up high. Right? Settle in a place that feels sustainable for you. And sustainable is not the same word as comfortable. Right? So if your body's working, no worries. Breathe with it. Weight back in your heels. Keep your toes down and soft. And then move your shins further back in space. Sit down and back. Nice, Marky. Lower belly stays pulled in. Use it to lift your heart up higher, higher. Take one more breath, sit down. And then stand straight up. Inhale, reach up, lift your heart, heavy hips forward. Exhale, forward fold, bring it all the way down. Inhale for a half lift, long spine. Exhale, hands down, step or hop your feet back. Take yourself through your vinyasa and we'll meet back in down dog together. From down dog, we move on to left side. Inhale, stretch your left leg up. Take a moment, squeeze it straight. Inhale the leg higher, exhale, stack it, open it up, and move it around. As you move your body, notice if you're twirling your leg, notice if you're just twirling your thoughts. And how do you get yourself back into your body, right? What's your way? Do you close your eyes? Do you take a big breath? Ooh. Inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale, knee to the nose. Tuck your chin in towards your chest so one day they might meet. Inhale, stretch the leg back. Exhale, knee to the nose. Use your hands, press the mat away. So last time, stretch your leg back. Exhale this time, softly as you can, knee to the nose, step your foot in between. Remember to hop along if you need, no big deal. Back heel stays lifted, fire up your legs, and then arms up, high lunge. So an exhale, right, slow the breath. If you need a little aid in your balance, toe heel your left foot to the left, broaden your stance. So it's actually bigger, wider, rather than shorter, smaller. Right, so you ground down through the big turn of your left foot, sit deeper into the left thigh. Squeeze back leg straight, keep lower belly pulled in. Right, notice how all of it's active. You can stay soft through your throat, right, through your jaw. That space in between your eyebrows, and even the brain in your skull. Take one more breath, sit down, reach up. Exhale, hands down to the floor, and let's pause. Right knee down, long through back leg and curl the toe. Stay here for as many breaths as you need, or as and when you feel ready, totally. Interlace your hands on the front thigh, you got it, low lunge. Remember, if this right side needs a little bit of padding, you can always bring a pillow or a blanket underneath it. Do make sure you're less on the knee, more top of the thigh. Kick into the top of your right foot, and then press your right hip down and forward. Notice as you contract the right glute, and the front of the right thigh just releases just a little bit more. Soften your neck, soften your throat. Right, deepen through the breath to deepen through the sensation. Take one more breath, right hip a little bit lower. And then slow, hands come down to the floor. Curl your back toes under, lift your knee. Right hand stays down, left arm up, and you twist. Back leg as long as you can. Squeeze the left knee back into the midline. And then roll your right ribs under, top ones towards the ceiling. So think like right shoulder closer to your front left knee. Maybe look at your top hand, take a big breath. Exhale, Left hand down to the floor. Pause. Right foot forward. Top of your mat, forward fold. Shake it off. Shake it out. Anything you need. And then this time, let's squeeze the legs together to touch, so toes and heels in one line. Inhale for a half lift, butt back and heart forward. Exhale, release, forward fold. On your inhale, chair. Bend your knees and lift your hearts. Keep your hands at shoulder width distance apart. Weight back in your heels, lower belly stays pulled in. Take one more breath, sit. And then sweep your right arm back for a twist. Right, so everything stays the same, just the right arm moves back. You got it, trust your instinct. Notice your two knees to notice your two hips. Right, so maybe right knee moves forward, so right hip can move forward, hip stays square towards front. And then it feels accessible in your neck spine, chin over right shoulder, look at your back thumb. Take one more breath, reach. Exhale, bring yourself back to your chair. Take a breath and sit down, then other side. Sweep your left arm back. Right, sit your hips down best you can, chin over left shoulder. Yeah, it's easy to get into your mind when you get into your thighs, so get back into your breath. Lower belly stays pulled in. Take one more breath, reach back. Exhale, back to your chair. You can do this. Take a breath, sit down. And then exhale, stand straight up. Inhale, reach up, look up, maybe hips forward. Exhale, forward fold, bring it down. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, hands down, step or hug your feet back. And vinyasa, take yourself through your flow. Back in your down, we'll take a breath together. Start with an exhale and clear your lungs. Inhale deep, inhale full. Exhale, open mouth. Right, from your down dog, on your inhale, stretch your right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to the nose, step your foot in between your hands. This time, seal your back heel down to the floor. Reach your arms up high for warrior one. Okay, two heels down. So adjust your stance if you need to make that happen. Right, seal down through the pinky toe side edge of your left foot. So if you need some aid with that, right, you can always shorten your stance by scooting your left foot in a little closer to the top of your mat. Nice, bend deeply into the right thigh. Looks good, Francis. And then it's a gentle right hip back and a gentle left hip forward. So the hip square just to the best of your abilities, but nothing to force. If you need aid in that, then toe heel the right foot to the right and broaden your stance. Lower belly stays pulled in. Notice if your mind has wandered, and then bring yourself back into your body. And it's no big deal, right? That's the awareness. That is mindfulness in action. Okay, bring it back to the breath. Take one more breath, sit down, reach up tall. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Step your foot back. Take yourself through your vinyasa. Once you get back into your down dog, keep moving at the pace of your breath. So inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to the nose, step your foot in between, seal the back heel down, and reach your arms up high, warrior one. Make your adjustments if you need to, especially when you first land. So maybe it's a little bit shorter stance, maybe it's a little bit wider. Right? But at some point, it is what it is. Right? And what it is more than enough. So close your eyes and feel your feet on the floor. Feel the work in your left thigh as you dare yourself to bend the left knee a little bit deeper. Nice, Emily. Right, feel the lift of your heart as you pull the lower belly in, and how you can get so soft around your neck, around your throat, and your jaw. You feel the heat build in your body, and there's no need to run away from it. Take one more breath, sit down, reach up. Exhale, hands come down, step your foot back, vinyasa. Once you get back into your down dog, just keep your body moving, one breath to one movement, warrior one, right side and left. Right, so move at the pace of you. There's no need to rush through it, but there's no need to slow down for you or for anyone else. Right? It is your body. You're never gonna get it wrong. You're always gonna get it right. Move like you. Right, sprinkling in those vibrational breaths whenever you need. Right, when you arrive back in your down dog, you might pedal your feet, bend your knees, rock your hips from side to side. And then still are moving. Let's breathe. Exhale, empty. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open mouth. Alright, from your down dog, bend your knees. Look in between your hands, hop or walk, but take a forward fold at the top of your mat. Separate your feet a comfortable distance, and then inhale for a half lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees a little, tuck your chin in towards your chest, and roll yourself up to standing, head last. Right, arms heavy by your side. When you get to the top, inhale, roll the shoulders up by your ear. Exhale, drop them back down. One more time, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, roll them down. Nice from here, toe heel your feet together to touch, squeeze your legs into the midline. Sweep your arms sideways and up, and then interlace your fingers, find your steeple grip, we'll move into half moon. Right, inhale, reach your arms up high towards the ceiling. Exhale, move your fingers over to the right, bump your hips to the left for a side body stretch. Shift the weight back into your heels and firm up on your two thighs. Press your hips a little bit forward to open up through the pelvis. And then use your bottom arm to squeeze more length through the top arm. Dare yourself to really bump your hips past your ankles. Take one more breath to the right. Then exhale, bring it back to the center. Take a big breath and reach up tall. And then fingers to the left and bump your hips over to the right. Shift the weight back in your heels, but keep your toes down and soft. Firm your thighs, hips forward. And move the chin away from your chest. Give yourself more room to breathe. And then think more arms back to keep your heart open. Bump your hips past your ankles. Take one more breath to the left. Exhale back to center, arms up. Separate your hands, look up towards the ceiling. Take a big breath. Inhale, reach up, maybe back. Hips forward, lift your heart. Right, gaze at the ceiling or maybe the sky. One more breath. And then dive forward, forward fold, bring it down. Yeah, shake it out a little bit, flutter your lips. And then separate your feet, hips width distance, 2 fists in between your inner arches. Take your 2 peace fingers and wrap them around your big toes. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, start to fold and pull. Keep your stomach on your thighs, so bend your knees as much as you need to, no big deal. Bend at the elbows and roll the shoulders away from your ears. As you pull your hips up, pull your head down to lengthen out through your spine. Pull the shoulders away from your ears to give yourself that neck spine, and then even with legs bent, firm your thighs to work deeper into your hamstring. Tip the body weight as far forward as you dare, right, so the hips stay in line with the heels. Keep breathing. Focus on exhales, make sure they're happening. Keep your grip. Inhale, mini half lift and lengthen. Exhale, release, hands away from your feet. Inhale for a genuine half lift, long spine, butt back, heart forward. Exhale, hands come down, step or hop your feet back to Vinyasa. Back in your down dog. Exhale, exhale, empty. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open mouth. From your down dog, inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to the nose. Step your foot in between your hands. Seal your back heel down. Inhale, arms up, warrior one. Exhale, open it up for warrior two. Right arm forward, left leg back. Exactly, everyone. Broadening your stance. Toe heel your front foot more forward. And then sit a little deeper into the right thigh. Looks good, Nina. But you can toe heel your front foot more forward. You got good range, exactly. Just so that your knee doesn't move past the ankle. Beautiful. From there, shift your front knee not just down, but a little bit to the right, so you need to keep it stacked right on top of your front ankle. Lower belly stays pulled in, looks so nice, Tasha. And then whatever direction you have with your neck spine, I'll encourage you just to close your eyes, right? So that you're not so worried about what you look like or what's going on around you. Right? A home practice, it can be challenging. There's so many distractions all around us. So close your eyes just for a few breaths and start to bring it inward, back to you. Take one more breath, sit down, reach long. Exhale, cartwheel 2 hands down to the floor, step your foot back, and take yourself through your flow. When you get back into your down dog, keep your body moving onto the left side. Inhale to stretch the left leg up and down. Exhale, knee to the nose, step your foot in between, seal the heel, inhale 1, then exhale, warrior 2. 2 heels down on the floor. But you could dig the heel into the floor and keep your toes soft. And as you dare yourself to sit deeper into the left thigh, right, you don't have to square your hips off, but start to level off through them. So pick up left hip, drop right hip a little slightly. Nice, everyone. Yeah, keep the arms stretch apart from one another. And I know if the arms are feeling tired, it's pretty much the idea. Right? But no one's going to hold up your arms except for you, and you're way stronger, right, than maybe you even think you are. Eyes can close. Soften your neck, soften your throat, right? So you keep the work where there's work, and you keep the softness where there's softness. Take one more breath, sit down and reach. Exhale, cartwheel. 2 hands catch the floor, step your foot back, and you float. Once you're back in your down dog, you guessed it, keep moving, all on your own time. 1 breath to 1 movement, warrior 1 and warrior 2. I move at your own pace, move in your own time. I'll encourage you to close your eyes, especially if you haven't closed your eyes for much of the practice. And it can feel really tricky, a little scary as you move. So maybe it's just a moment, right, in your warrior 2. Maybe it's just for a second in your up dog. Right? But see what happens when it doesn't matter so much what it looks like, and you just can get way more interested in how your body feels. Now, if you found a still shape, it might be an opportunity to focus on whatever it is that you feel. And maybe you use your exhales to slow down the beat of your heart. Right? Slow down some of the thoughts in your mind. Let's take a breath together. Exhale, drain your lungs. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open mouth. All right. From your down dog, inhale, stretch your right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to the nose, step your foot in between your hands. Seal your back heel down. Inhale, arms up high, warrior 1. And then exhale, open it up for warrior 2. Seal the heels down into the floor. Stretch your arms apart from one another. Take one more breath to reach, and then straighten out the front leg for triangle. You can join your stance if you like, but then reach forward and then tilt. So right hand down, probably to your shin, and then left arm up towards the ceiling. Right, dig your heels to the floor, keep your toes soft. So it's not about hand on the floor, it's about keeping lift through the right side of your body. Contract your right quad, pull up on the right thigh, so that the hamstring is something to work against and it can continue to lengthen. Feel for lengthening your bottom ribs, shortening your top ribs as you roll your heart open towards the ceiling. And then feel for your breath, and whatever way you decide to breathe, what if it was supportive, right, of your shape, of your experience? Slow. Left hand to the left hip. Look down towards the floor, balancing half moon. Crawl your right hand forward, out to the right, and pick your back foot off of the floor. Give yourself the opportunity to try. Give yourself the opportunity to try again. If you have the left hip on top of the right, you might stretch the left arm up towards the ceiling. Right? Maybe you look up towards the ceiling, or maybe if you need a little aid in the balance, look down on the floor. No matter how high your left leg is, then firm up the right thigh and grind down through the big toe of your right foot. Breathe as you do this, right? Exhales, they're happening. Take one more inhale to lengthen. Then exhale slow, warrior two. Rebend through the right knee, 2 feet on the floor. Nice, everyone, that's it. Make sure you're in your warrior two, establish your shape, look forward, flip your palm, reach forward, and then tilt. Up and then back, reverse your warrior. Stay bent into the right thigh. Squeeze the top elbow straight, work deeper into the tricep. Maybe left hand to left calf, right, or to the left thigh, but give yourself the opportunity to lift away from left side body as you stretch the right. Lower belly space, pull in. Take one more breath, reach long, then slow, side angle. Right hand down, left arm up. If you need a little bit more support in the body, bring your right forearm to your right thigh, it's no big deal. If you have your hand on the floor, then lift away from your body energetically. Use your arm against the leg, or to keep the front knee stacked on top of front ankle. Squeeze the back leg a little bit straighter and roll your heart open. Take one more breath, reach, and then left hand behind your low back and find your hip crease for a half bind. Yeah, feel free to stay right here or exactly. If you have a full bind, go for it. Bring your right hand underneath your right thigh, and 2 hands might meet. If you have that, roll the left shoulder back, and roll your heart open towards the ceiling. Look so strong, everyone. Take one more breath where you are, then slow, lizard pose. 2 hands down inside of your right foot. Lift your left knee, lift your left heel, and then rock the weight back and forth, a little side to side, opening up through both of your hips. Slowly, eventually, left knee down, long through back leg. You can use that pillow underneath your knee if you like. Right, and you're more than welcome to stay right on the hands, or you might lower down to your forearms if that feels accessible in your body. Right, if lowering down to the forearms doesn't feel like it's a good idea, then maybe it's not a good idea. I think one of the most challenging and equally beautiful things about this practice is that it keeps us honest. Right? There's no place you have to be, but you do have to be where you are. Totally, right knee can go a little bit to the right. Just make sure your ankle goes along with it. So you're still looking for that 90-degree angle between ankle, knee, and hip. Keep breathing into the right hip. Keep focusing on the sensation. Take your time. If you're on your forearms, slowly walk yourself onto your hands. Curl your back toes under, lift your knee, step your foot up, and then take yourself through your vinyasa, and we'll meet back in down dog together. You got it. Back in your down dog. Let's take a breath. Start with an exhale and clear your lungs. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open mouth. All right, inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to the nose, step your foot in between your hands. Seal the back heel down, inhale for 1. And then exhale, open it up for warrior 2. Give yourself a moment just to feel your feet on the floor and the lift of your heart. Take an inhale, stretch long, and then front leg straight, triangle pose. Showing your stance, reach forward, tilt, left hand down, right arm up. Lift away from left palm energetically. Firm through your heels, but soft through your toes. As you feel for lengthening left side and shortening right side, might feel like you're bumping your right hip into your left to make it happen. Heart stays open. Breathe well. Okay, take all the time you need. Bring your right hand to the right hip. Look down at the floor. Crawl your left hand forward out to left. Pick your back foot off of the floor. Balancing half moon. Right, you give yourself the permission to try and then to try again. Right, ground down through the big toe round of your left foot. And contract through your left quad. Pull up on the thigh muscle. Squeeze your right leg as straight as you can. Flex the toes in towards the face. And maybe reach your right arm up high towards the ceiling. Take one more inhale, lengthen. And then slow with control, warrior 2. Right foot comes back down. There's your left knee. I know that one's kind of a juicy. So find your warrior 2. Flip your palm. Inhale, reach. And then reach up and back, reverse your warrior. I dare to keep the bend to the left thigh. And if your left thigh is talking to you, just say something really nice back to it. Right, heels dig down, toes stay soft. Lower belly, keep it in to support the length of your spine that you're working. As you squeeze hub elbows straight, think all this energy from left hip out through fingertips. One more breath to reach. And then side angle, so left hand down, right arm up. Remember that you can always bring your forearm onto your thigh if that works better for you and your ground. Otherwise, bend deep into the left thigh, and then use your arm against the knee to shift it gently to left to keep it stacked. Roll heart open, back leg long. Big breath, reach. Then bring your right hand behind your low back, find your hip crease, half bind. Stay here perhaps, left forearm on your left thigh, or work into that full bind. 2 hands meet underneath your left thigh. If that's where you are, use your bottom arm to squeeze hip elbow straighter, and then roll your heart open towards the ceiling. Then a little deeper into the left thigh, take one more breath, open up. Then slow lizard, 2 hands down, inside of your front foot. Lift your left heel, toe heel your left foot to the left. Rock the weight back and forth, and a little side to side. Slowly, eventually, right knee down, long through back leg, uncurl the toe. Stay on the hands or lower down to the forearms, it's up to you. And this might be different from what you did on first side. So less of that autopilot, more noticing where you are, what your body needs, and then trying to stay present to that. Think heavy hips, long spine. And all you have to do is take care of your breath. The yoga takes care of the rest, so you don't have to go any deeper. There's nothing to force. All right, if you're on your forearms, walk yourself onto your hands. Curl your back toes under, lift your back knee. Step your left foot back to meet your right, and then take yourself through your vinyasa, through your flow, and we'll meet back in down dog together. From your down dog, on your inhale, stretch your right leg up and back, stack your hips, bend your knee, and then send it through for a half pigeon. So right knee down, right shin down. Find the angle of the shin that works best for you, so the front shin doesn't have to be parallel to the short end of your mat. Yeah, lengthen out through your spine, and then lower torso down, right, to the degree that you can. If you get here now or later, and this shape, you just feel like it's not gonna work, right, that's okay. If it's stuck in your knee or way too much in your hip, feel free to roll onto your back and find a figure 4, right ankle on top of your left thigh. And that means that if you have to move, you have to move, right? You get one body and you get to be nice to it. But there's that difference of when you have to move and when you want to move. And they're two really different things. So give yourself some time with the sensation. Give yourself some time with the feeling. And then maybe you make a choice if you have to move out of it, if you have to adjust. But it's never a gut reaction. Let's take a breath. Start with an exhale and clear your lungs. Inhale deep, inhale full. Exhale, open mouth. Take your time, slowly and with care. Press your hands into the floor underneath your shoulders. Lift front side body. Curl your back toes under, lift your knee. You can step your right foot back to meet your left. You might pass through vinyasa or just press right back into your down dog. When your body allows, when it's time, you can move on to the left side. So stretch left leg up and back, stack hips and knee, and then knee down and shin down. Remember to angle the shin in a way that feels supportive. So the heel, it might be a lot closer towards your groin than it is towards your right wrist. Nice arm. Lengthen out through the spine and then lengthen the torso down over your front shin as you start to lower down. Take your time. Remember that you can always roll onto your back, and if that feels more supportive of your ankles, of your knees. Okay, so there's not one way to get into your body. As things slow down, start to notice where your attention lands. And oftentimes, just bringing our awareness to something, it's enough. Because this practice isn't about fixing you or making you better or being good at the yoga. It's about listening to you, the already perfect you. So give yourself some time with yourself. It might sound nice and yogic, and it can be really challenging. And that's a practice. Exhale, empty. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open mouth. Slowly place the hands underneath your shoulders. Lift your front side body. Curl your back toes under, lift your knees, step your left foot back to meet your right, and you're welcome to take yourself through your vinyasa if you like. It's the last one of the hour. As you're right back in your down dog, let's meet a tabletop, all four shapes. So drop your knees down to the floor, and then begin to cat-cow, or move in a way that's more intuitive, but move the spine around. It's not a break from the yoga. See what's there. Pause with a neutral spine. Lift your hands off the floor. Come to stand on your knees for a camel. Knees and feet, hips width distance. Shoelace portion of your feet down. Place your hands on your low back. Fingers down, pinkies in, elbows behind you. Inhale to lift up through your heart. Exhale to drop your head back. And this is camel. You can stay right here. Right? If you can see where the back wall and the floor meet, you might bring your hands down to your heel, but it's never falling. It's always intentional. Nice as easy. Right, if your hands are on your heels, lift away from your heels energetically to lift your heart up higher. And then no matter your choice of your hands, press the tops of your feet down, press your shins down to let up your thighs. Hips in line with your knees, so maybe press them a tiny bit forward. Stick with it. You can do this. Breathe for 3. Lift your heart up for 2. 1, slow, hands to low back, roll yourself back up, and then sit. You can sit hips on your heels. You can sit cross-legged, but sit. Close your eyes. Let your hands land somewhere. Right? Try not to live too long in the land of indecision. Right? Because if you fix it too much, you're going to miss it. Right? So in a class where I ask you to listen to your body, I'm going to ask you to listen to all of it. And it's going to be easier, right, to listen to the parts that feel good and feel yummy and feel like home, and that's important. Right? We all deserve to feel at home in our own bodies. But there's going to be parts that feel a little tricky, that feel a little sticky and feel a little uncomfortable, but that's your body too. Try not to silence it because it might have something really important to say. Stay as you are, eyes closed best you can. Exhale, empty. Inhale like you grow yourself a little taller. Exhale, open mouth. Eyes can flutter open. Send your legs out long in front of you for a seated forward fold. Scoot the fleshy part away from your sit bones. Flex the toes in towards your feet. And inhale to reach your arms up high towards the ceiling. And then hinge forward for your forward fold. Hands might find your feet, maybe your shins, maybe the floor. If you're looking for more length in your low back, feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to, so that you can find more of that butt back and heart forward. If you're working on your hamstrings, the length of them, then actively flex the toes back towards your face, to the balls of your feet, nice and down. And then firm your thighs. As much as the legs and the lower belly work, right, you soften through your jaw. One more inhale to lengthen. And slowly roll yourself back up. Right, plant your feet down to the floor, bend it to your knees. Make sure you're at the center of your mat so that when you roll down, you'll have the space, and stretch your arms out long in front of you. Slowly rock back, lift your feet off of the floor, shins parallel to the mat. Flex the toes in towards the face. Stretch your arms long and then press your palms together to touch. to chest. Exhale, low, lengthen, hover. Inhale, knees to chest. Exhale, lower, lengthen, hover. Stay hovering. If you want to scissor kick your legs, glasses by your ears. Hold it. Stick with it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Nice. Hug your 2 knees in towards your chest. Give your body a big squeeze. Hold yourself real tight. And then from here, right, if you feel ready and satisfied, you want to lie down and take your final resting, feel free. If you have one last finishing posture, something that we didn't get to, right, then maybe a twist, a shoulder stand, right? Give yourself the next minute or so to find it. And just a few announcements. We are a donation-based studio, and it's always been that way. Right? It's not going to change. So first of all, just thank you, thank you, thank you for your practice. Thank you for showing up. Right? Thank you for your hard work, your dedication. Right? If you are in a space where you're able to donate, thank you so much. Right? You can donate on our website, you can donate on Venmo, and I'll put all of those links, right, in the chat. Right? If you can't donate, don't stress it. Right? Keep coming back. Tell your friends, right? Spread the word. If you're not lying down, come to lying down. Lengthen your 2 legs out long. Let your toes and heels flap open. Arms by your side, palms can face up, or maybe it's a hand to heart, one to belly. Right, whatever it looks like in your body, close your eyes. And then ultimately, just give yourself the permission to rest. Give yourself the permission to do less. Even if that feels like a really, really big challenge, right? That's okay. Know that all of it is a practice, including this part. So try to give this part some time too. And class with a quote and a breath. Life is amazing. And then it's awful, and then it's amazing again. And in between the amazing and the awful, it's ordinary and mundane and routine. Breathe in the amazing. Hold on through the awful and relax and exhale during the ordinary. That's just living. Heartbreaking, soul healing, amazing, awful, ordinary life. And it's breathtakingly beautiful. Exhale, clear your lungs. Inhale, fill up your belly, your ribs, even your collarbones. Exhale, open mouth. You are welcome to stay and linger in your Shavasana as long as you like. And also slowly start to deepen through your breath. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Rock your head from side to side. Right, slowly stretch your arms overhead, stretch your toes out to the fingertips, full body stretch. Plant your feet down to the floor, bend your knees to make it happen. Hug your knees in towards your chest and then roll onto a side. And as you feel ready, roll yourself up to seated. Thank you so much for class, everyone. Thank you for your time, your beautiful practice. We do have a teacher training. It starts on Friday. If you have any questions about it, unmute yourself. Let me know. I'd love to chat. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day and your week. Thank you. thank them.